going to try a little thing with the new ones. We shut the door. We have the grenade all set. Hook it up. And then we open the door. I don't know if it's my trip mine or just the shells that I bought. I bought shells enough to put in here, the 22 Ramsats, and they're very tight when they go in the system. I don't know, I might drill it out a little bit to get a little bit more ease of putting them in and out, but they go in about halfway and then I have to let it shoot them down. What I've done, if you can see, I've actually put two strings here. And I put these little hooks on here, and I put a hook on the door. And there's a hook on here so it comes loose. Now I do have a carabine on here that I can hook back up to this when I'm transporting it so I don't lose this. The biggest thing that I wanted to not do was strangle somebody when they're coming in the door. If this was still hooked to this chain and they came in here fast, yeah, the grenade would go off, they'd stop, but it might hit them in the chest or whatever. One other thing I've done, if you can see here, is I screwed two 1/2-inch pipes here so I can set this in. I like the one that he made that you screw fast somewhere, but I bought 3 and I've got a lot of doors, so I'm going to set this system up on a lot of the doors. And what else I put on was I put right here, you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but it's the screw hook in here so that this hooks loosely on this. Alright, so you don't have much, it's looped down there if you can see. And then when they pull the door, let me pull back a little bit here. When they pull the door, you get the string coming actually out of the grenade. Now, I'm going to do a quick one. The door is a little bit holding. There's a catch on the outside so that if you're pulling it from the outside or pushing it hard directly on the door, it does open. But it wasn't opening good with me just trying to push it from the side. So what I'm going to do is I have this really close. I have the Ramsat cartridge in there, and I'm going to set it off again. Now here's another example of a door. This is a door on an upper side. It's a gravity door, which means that gravity shuts it because it's a little downhill. Now you can see I'm still using the same string to hook to the clip here. But what I'm thinking about is making various lengths of the string, but make a little heavier cord. This one, if you look in the window over here, which you can see the corner of it, you could see that. If they open the door slowly, you could see it as well. I don't think they could reach in and disarm it, but if they see it, they could not go in the building, or they stand around the corner from the door. Now, I do have a Ramsat cartridge in there, and I'm going to show you the opening on this door. Now, this door, I have a little closer, so I might be making a different length, a shorter cord for certain doors, but you can see how much this opens. One thing I wanted to show you here is the cord dangling on the door. Once it goes off, it's still hanging there. You're not going to lose it. And the grenade is still fast right to there. As you can see, there is a window. It's actually 2 feet long. You could see in for where the grenade is and probably disarm it or even set it off from safety of outside. Now we have a slightly different door now on one of the buildings. This actually has a lock on it. You open by pulling this way and the door will open and shut, and then you can lock it. There is quite a bit of gap here, and from here I can see that there is in there. The trip mine is in there. But we'll see how it works out. Okay, you can see the same system set up with the same length of string. It's a little longer. It fits pretty well on the door, and even opening the lock won't set it off. You actually have to open the door. So we're going to try that. As you can see, I'm using the same pipe setup. Ran out of 1/2 inch pipe, so I had some 3/4 inch pipe, and they work well. What I've done is I've set them lower so that this sits right on top of the 2x4 frame. As you can see, it just sits right down on there, and it's working out fine. It's solid, it doesn't move, and because you have the two, it can't torque one way or the other when you're doing it. The only thing you have to do is you always have to put it on the ground, set it, then put it up here, put it inside here, hook up your latch. Other than that, it works like a champ.